What's up? My name is Leo Da Venci. I am a professional dancer. I am a recording artist, producer, and the list goes on. And you're watching Make It in Media.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, we live. Still. I may not feel this shit. Look. May need a break from the one that's supporting me most. The fear of us growing apart, I suppose. Most of my friends, some faking ass hoes, come to a show and don't even post. Stressless, cause I know how I go. Look, done helping niggas out, staying on my couch, getting niggas jobs, abusing the clout, never giving back. Thought I had a friend being kicked out, kicking niggas out, being broke, giving my time to a girl.
My transition in making it in media, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was really tough. I got kicked out of my father's house. Actually, let's go back. First, I went to college. I went to Full Sail University. Long story short, it's expensive. Then it was like, okay, go back to Georgia. I was homeless for a little bit, going to house, and then I was living with my pops, and I got kicked out, unfortunately. And that was a lesson on itself, so I don't hold anybody to that, but I got kicked out and I was homeless for a little bit, and it really taught me a lesson of, nobody's gonna hand this to you. Nobody's gonna hand that shit to you, and like, you really gotta work. Your talent level is great, like wherever you at talent wise is great, but like, once again, that the work ethic could change like everything. Your work ethic can change everything, and it could take somebody who doesn't have as much talent but has the work ethic. It could take them all the way through the roof. And so it taught me how to really focus and really learn how to use my talent to my advantage, to really get myself up off my own feet. Nobody else was gonna baby me. Nobody else was gonna lift me up. I didn't have mom or dad there to really be like, yo, I need like $500 trying to get this apartment. Nah, it was more like, no, you gotta go out. You gotta reach out to the connections that you have made or that I haven't made, and you really have to get out here and like work for it. My biggest experience with like really figuring that out is I was ironically dancing here at Centennial Olympic Park. And I used to do this every day, literally every day. Every day I come down here and dance my ass off. People would just drop me off money, like, and I wasn't asking for it. I was just literally trying to be the best Leo, third person, Leo I could be. Like, I really was. And then they would be like, oh, what else do you do? And I'd be like, yeah, I rap. They say, oh, let me hear something. And so I was practicing that every day too, and so like I would work my behind off. I didn't have a place to stay, but from that money I was able to get a phone. And once I got the phone, I was able to call people. Once I called people, I was able to get in contact with the people that I needed to and go to these auditions to really land some really great gigs at first. And it was a really good experience. It was tough though, I'm not gonna lie. It was tough. It was tough being homeless. It was tough like walking all the time. It was tough, and it really humbled me as a person. And being so naturally talented, sometimes you can really lose yourself and like lose your work ethic and lose the appreciation for what you do without even knowing it. And so like I tell people all the time, like, don't beat yourself up. You may not be as talented as the next person, but if you work twice as hard as that person, you will get the gig before that person. I knew I wanted to take what I do seriously when I injured myself for the first time. I knew it was like I could not dance anymore, or I couldn't work in the way that I'm used to working anymore. Also, when I like didn't have a computer, when I broke my computer, I couldn't make music anymore, like that's when I realized, like, yo, like this is something that I really want to do and I really want to continue doing. And I kind of had a mentality of, oh, I got this, and like, oh, this will never happen. And that was just God, teaching me a lesson. And so basically when my computer broke the first time and I lost everything musically, and then when I got injured for the first time, making it media, my biggest making it media moment, I got 3. So You Think You Can Dance. I did So You Think You Can Dance. I don't think they ever posted my audition, but I got some really good feedback. And it was a moment where I was like, it was like, what do they call it? Like, it was like that moment when somebody tell you fired, and like, you was thinking it in your head, like, but you ain't really like you wanted to be humble. And they're like, nah, like, you're dope. Here's your ticket. And I was just like, yo, like, this is crazy. I just did it off of a whim, and I got it. That's my first one. So You Think You Can Dance. I think it's season 12, Street versus Stage. I made it to Vegas, and I didn't make it past Vegas due to injuries and other things. Yeah. So You Think You Can Dance was dope, though. I got to be in a room with amazing dancers, and it was an experience I wouldn't trade for the world. And it really got my name a little bit more out there, like a little bit. My second one, and to be honest, the second one is just like a broad range of being known just a little bit. That little bit when you go out and like somebody recognizes you, from like that little push could get you so far, like getting called for gigs instead of having to audition. They just call you and say, hey, can you do this? And you're just like, yeah. Like, it's a different experience than having to like audition all the time, because people like have seen you and they know that you can do this and anything they probably give you. But another big thing is I've been able to perform. I haven't been able to open for anybody yet, which I really want to do, but I've been able to perform in front of some amazing crowds, dancing and like as an artist. And for me, performing and being on stage, even if it's not for anybody like famous, that's like pretty big for me because I love doing it. And so like getting new fans and new people to kind of tune in to what I do and not be limited to just my dancing or just my rapping or just my producing. It's just like I can really live and like be free on the stage and kind of get new people into what I do exactly. And for me, that's my biggest thing. There's still a lot more to come. I don't want to give too much away, but it's a lot more to come. A lot more to come. So my biggest advice for making it in media is, my biggest advice right now is like, don't get comfortable. Comfortability is like, you feel like the world's against you, and really it's just you. It's like being comfortable is the worst position to be in. After let's say you had a goal. After you accomplish that, like, what's the next one? What's the next level? Like, there's always a next level. Okay, like, all right, you just did a tour. Dope. Did you do a overseas tour? Okay, well, you need to go to the overseas tour. Like, don't get comfortable. Let your work ethic expand. Let it evolve to something greater than your talent. And I feel like you will always be booked. You'll always be working. You'll always be great. You'll always be great.